Hello everybody, this is Andre with Garage Door Guidance again. Got another video for you today on a circuit board replacement again. Today we have the Linear model LD033. This is a 1/3 horsepower chain-driven garage door opener made by Linear. And this particular unit actually did have a circuit board burn out, so I thought it'd be a great time to do a video on how to replace it. So I have that logic board from Linear linked down in the description box below. It's just through Amazon if you guys needed to pick that up or if you wanted to give it a try. But yeah, let's get right into this repair. So before we begin, you obviously want to unplug your garage door opener before you start this, because if you leave it plugged in, you have a big chance of getting yourself shocked. So that's definitely a safety concern. You want to unplug that. Obviously I have mine off and sort of suspended, so this way you can actually kind of have an idea of exactly how to do it. So the first step is to remove the screws on both sides here. You could already see one's missing here. That's just how I got it. But essentially you have one here, here, and the same thing on the other side. So we'll go ahead and start with that. Loosen that one a little bit. You can go around the other side. Loosen that. And loosen the other one as well. So with those screws loose, you can pop this entire cover right off. Just like that. Just exposes the brains and everything there. So there's the back of my Linear unit. You can see there's the model LD033. So the circuit board for this one is compatible with a couple of different models, so I'll link all the compatible models as well. That way it should be a pretty universal video. Now we've got the back of the unit. Normally these three screws right here, so you'd have the red for the wall control, the common for both the safety sensors and the wall control, and then the black for the safety sensors. So you do need to remove those wires before you continue with this repair. So from here you have a few more things to unscrew. Let me zoom in here for us. So you'll see you've got a screw here and a screw here. That's just keeping it tied down there. So we'll go ahead and take those off. Now the only things holding it back are a wire here and a wire on this side. So here's wire number one. We'll go ahead and take that guy off. You can see another set of wires right here. Just pull those out. And you have your Linear circuit board removed. You got a little barcode there. If you want to match up numbers, I'm not sure if that's the exact numbers you need. So I will put all the compatible models. Because like I said, that circuit board it works for a few different Linear models. So if you need that, I will have that in the description box below. So let's actually go ahead and put the new circuit board in. I will be just reusing my old one just so you have an idea of how to do it, but essentially you just do the same process in reverse. What I'm going to do is plug this wire back in along with this one. Before you actually put that back in, you actually want to position the circuit board so that these two spots line up with these the screws we removed earlier. So just kind of put that roughly like so. You can actually screw this in prior to plugging the wires back in because you do have plenty of room, but I will just go ahead and put my wires on. So you can see my circuit board's in place. We're gonna go ahead and screw in the screws that were holding it down. So this is all just done with a Phillips head screwdriver. So that's kind of nice. You don't need any additional tools. Pretty easy repair. I'd rate this as maybe like a 2 out of 10. That's for difficulty. So that's all secure. You've got the wires plugged in. Once you have that secured, you can obviously put your box back on. Screw that back into place and you're pretty much good to go. From here, however, you do have a couple more steps. Obviously you want to reconnect the wiring in the back here for your safety sensors and the wall control. That's step one. And step two, you need to I would put the force here. The forces, I would use your little flathead. Just put them at about halfway. You don't want them turned up all the way. You don't want it pulling too hard. So I'd put it up about at the half mark. And from here also, you do need to reprogram your openers, the clickers. If your clickers are bad or if you need an extra one, I'll put a link down in the description as well. But the way you do that, you got a little learn right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. The learn button, you see learn, and the button's actually right up in there. So you push this learn button and you push the remote, I believe once. Will catch the signal. If you press it a second time, that should operate your door. And I believe that's it for this repair, guys. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you did get it through this far, definitely hit that like button. That helps out. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I do try to post videos as much as possible. I am trying to cover as much material as possible. So if you have any garage door issues, hopefully my channel will be sort of a one-stop shop for all things garage door and garage door repair, as well as opener repair. Again, I have everything linked below if you need any of the parts. But as you saw, this repair is fairly easy. All you need is that flathead and that Phillips head screwdriver. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.